Hey, what's up, Evil Piz out here? And my month-long October Halloween-a-thon concludes. It's been a great run revisiting all these classic, well, some of them are classic, some not so much, but all the films in the Halloween series. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this series. I do plan on doing some more reviews of the horror series in the future. And today I'm going to wrap up the month-long October Halloween-a-thon with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And I did a review of this film initially back in like 2009 when the film was first released. And you're probably, if you saw my last review, my review of Rob Zombie's Halloween, or you just know me and you know my feelings about Rob Zombie's Halloween, you probably are surprised to hear that I was actually looking forward to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 for one simple fact, because it was not a remake. It was not Rob Zombie's interpretation of John Carpenter's Halloween, which, in my opinion, was an abject failure. This, to me, was going to be truly Rob Zombie's Halloween, because he did not have any movie to really pay homage to. It was just his story. You know, he can do whatever he wants with it. And I actually thought the trailer for the film looked really interesting. A lot of really weird psychedelic images, a lot of craziness going on. And you guys are going to be surprised with this review, I do believe. But anyway, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 picks up 2 years after the events of Rob Zombie's Halloween. And we find Laurie Strode, played yet again by Scout Taylor Compton. She's living with Annie, who survived the original Halloween, played by Danielle Harris, and her father, Sheriff Brackett, played by Brad Dourif. And Laurie has had a pretty rough go of it. Her and Annie both, but Laurie in particular. She's in counseling. She's she's deeply, deeply scarred and traumatized by the events of the previous film. She's having horrible nightmares. In fact, the beginning of this film, which is really the only homage to Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, which took place predominantly in Haddonfield Hospital, which I thought the opening to Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, was actually really cool, and that whole hospital sequence was actually really well done with the Moody Blues song playing constantly, or that could just be my own love for the song Nights in White Satin, I don't know, but anyway. We move forward. Poor Laurie, she's in counseling, she's trying to get past this trauma. She at this point still has no idea that she is Michael Myers' sister. Enter Dr. Loomis, played yet again by Malcolm McDowell. And if you thought Dr. Loomis was an ass in Rob Zombie's Halloween, he is beyond ass in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. He is on his media tour to shamelessly sell and plug his new book about Michael Myers, and his storyline is so weird in this film. It's like a completely different movie. You've got movie A with Laurie Strode and Annie and her father and Michael Myers out there, who apparently has just been roaming the woods and the fields of Haddonfield or somewhere in Illinois for the past 2 years, living like a homeless guy pretty much, just wandering about, eating stray animals, stealing to survive, seeing images of his dead mother and himself as a young man. His dead mother, of course, played by Sherry Moon Zombie again in this film, decked out in white hair, white horse leading around. Yeah, crazy stuff going on there. But Dr. Loomis's part of the film just seems like a totally different film. It's just him going around to book signings and being, just shilling and being, exploiting and being exploited at the same time. He goes on a talk show where he's the special guest along with Weird Al Yankovic, and Weird Al's actually making fun of him on the show. So, I mean, he's... Not only is he like a complete douche in this film, he's exploiting Halloween, exploiting Michael Myers, but he's sort of being exploited and as well. And there's kind of some interesting commentary going on there about sort of, you know, the sensationalization. Is that a word? Sensationalizing, you know, real events, real tragedies, you know, and people profiting from them. At one point, his agent or his assistant manager, whoever it is, calls him a profiteer, which, I mean, basically that's what he is, more or less. Of course, the two storylines converge when all of a sudden Dr. Loomis is like, you know, I'm going to switch gears and become the good guy, and I feel so bad about everything, and I want to swoop in and save the day. And he's there to save the day for all of about 5 seconds. But anyway, overall, I've always really enjoyed Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And I actually went back and revisited it for the first time, probably in a couple of years, yesterday. And it's not quite as good as I recall it being after seeing it in the theater, or even seeing it the second time on Blu-ray, the unrated director's cut of the film. It's more interesting. It's just crazy. It's psychedelic. It's demented. A lot of cool, crazy, weird imagery in the film. The storyline is just whacked out of its skull. It's truly Rob Zombie's Halloween. This is truly Rob Zombie's Halloween. In my opinion. I liked the acting in this film. I thought Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris were excellent in the film. I thought, you know, portraying them now as being, you know, they were carefree, sort of, you know, just teenage girls in the original film, or in Rob Zombie's Halloween, I'm sorry, and just kind of not a whole lot there. Here, there's some character depth, because they are very flawed, very traumatized characters who at times love each other, at times hate each other for various reasons that I thought were really interesting. I really liked Brad Dourif's performance in this film. I thought he was probably the strongest performance in the entire film, to be perfectly honest. Really liked Brad Dourif's performance in this film. Malcolm McDowell, again, you know, I mean, it's so hard to compare the Donald Pleasance Dr. Loomis with the Malcolm McDowell Dr. Loomis, because they are just so dissimilar. The two characters, they're the same character, but they're so dissimilar. It's oil and water. But, I mean, he plays, in this film at least, he plays that profiteering Dr. Loomis, just out to exploit Michael Myers for money, really well. Like I said, weird, crazy imagery in the film. A lot of nightmare scenarios with Laurie Strode. She's like connecting. She's connected with Michael Myers in this film. And finally, in this film, she realizes that she is Michael Myers' sister, thanks to Dr. Loomis's book. Just as the film progresses, she sort of, the bond between them, a psychic bond between them, grows stronger and stronger and stronger until she's actually seeing, you know, young Michael Myers, the specter of young Michael Myers, and the specter of his mother, all in white, of course, the lady in white. You have the same sort of, you know, Rob Zombie using a lot of the same actors that he uses in other films in this one as well. Though not quite as glaringly obvious in this film, I think. I think the movie is just far more well written than his remake, better directed than the remake, better cinematography than the remake. I think there's actually some nice tense moments in the film. I just love the crazy, just off the wall. I mean, it's truly. It's maybe the most unique Halloween film in the Halloween series. It may be one of the most original sequels in the Halloween series. I really like a lot of what's going on in this film. Now, of course, the film, it's not great. It's certainly not a masterpiece. It's not Rob Zombie's best film. It's certainly not the best film in the Halloween series by any means. But as much as I hate Rob Zombie's Halloween, even to myself, I'm struck by the fact that I really enjoy and like and find a lot to appreciate in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And I may be one of the few people that actually like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I think the overwhelming response to that film, even more so than his remake, surprisingly, was of just disdain, really. But, you know, I really liked it. I think this was more of what I expected with his remake than what we got. But yeah, I think Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is truly Rob Zombie's Halloween. I like it for a myriad of reasons. Yes, it has a lot of shortcomings. The storyline is just all over the place. There's some pacing issues. There's two characters that Laurie Strode works with at this. It's like a coffee shop run by some hippie. They are just total fodder. Slasher fodder. I mean, they're there. You can tell within the first 3 seconds of them being on screen. Here's, you know, just more victims for Michael as slice his way through. Totally cardboard, totally flat characterizations of them. But really, you know, the movie really sort of rests on the shoulders of Scout Taylor Compton, which I thought phenomenal job. Danielle Harris does a phenomenal job. They even in the unrated director's cut, they edit in footage of Danielle Harris as a child. I think even before she played Jamie in Halloween 4 and 5, she looks even younger in this like home footage, which when I first saw the director's cut on I think it was DVD actually, I was like, wow, it just really feels weird. I mean, I think he did that to, I think, remind us, of course, of her in Halloween 4 and 5, and then to kind of, I don't know, elicit some emotion. I don't know. Doesn't quite work. It feels really jarring, to be perfectly honest. But you really like Brad Dourif's performance in the film. I think, like I said, I think he's the strongest performance in the film as Sheriff Brackett. Really liked him, and I really liked the end of the film, just the last act of the film. It's just so, there's a lot of strong, tense moments in the last act of the film, particularly when they're in the little shed and it's just it's Laurie and it's Michael and it's the specter of young Michael and Michael's mother and Donald and shit, I keep calling him Donald Pleasance. Damn it. Dr. Loomis walks in and he's trying to, get her out of there. I really love that sequence. I think that's a great sequence. In the director's cut, it's far better than in the theatrical version. Just how it all sort of wraps up. But yeah, I'm surprisingly enough a fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 in the comment section below. I know a lot of people really dislike it. I know there's a few people out there who admire it for the same reasons that I do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, thanks to everybody who, stuck in there throughout the whole month-long October Halloween-A-thon, and we're very encouraging and supportive of me doing this series of reviews based on the Halloween films for Halloween itself. So I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to do some more of these reviews of franchises, yeah. So until next time, I hope you guys have just a great, awesome, amazing Halloween. Be safe, have fun, and until next time, take it easy.